Oh, no.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry times, Rich Evans. Listen, I know that last year didn't go very well for you guys, but I have it on good authority from the baby Jesus. Things are gonna go a lot better this year.
Well, if baby Jesus says so.
Well, I know a guy that knows a guy. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, let's do this. All right, Santa, what's our first movie here?
All right, our first movie. All right, our first movie is...
It's Star Wars Holiday Special. Oh, I lost it. I lost the movie. We gotta open another. It's defective.
You know, look, the Star Wars Holiday Special is like 2 fucking hours long. We're not gonna do that. That's stupid. All right, let's try the big box.
Let's try this. All right. I have a nice large box here. I'm hoping for liquor.
Ooh,
Unmarked.
that would be great.
Unmarked. And what is it? What is it? It's 2 Star Wars holiday specials. Ow!
What did we do?
Baby Jesus is an asshole.
This is not how I wanted to spend Christmas.
Fuck Christmas.
They got the font wrong.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh my God, he looks like a tiny girl.
Harrison Ford as Han Solo.
Right?
Yeah, that's the appropriate reaction.
Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia.
I'm on drugs.
This is madness.
Yes. But the fact that they don't have subtitles,
Yeah, it's just tons of weird noises.
that's totally a George Lucas idea.
Really?
Started a search operation. It's just a matter of time before we find the rebels.
I want the rebels located and identified, if it means searching every household in the system.
Oh my God.
How many times are they going to reuse the same shot?
Mala, it's so good to see you. Happy Life Day.
What?
Did you hear that George Lucas hasn't even watched the new Star Wars trailer?
Is that true?
That's true.
Does anybody
Yeah.
care?
No, he said he didn't
I
want
did
to.
see a great thing online where it was somebody doing a George Lucas impersonation of George Lucas watching the Phantom Menace
that's
trailer.
a good idea. I saw an online thing where someone used a droid to masturbate.
That's fucked up.
Why would anyone do that?
So what about the movie that we watched?
What did we watch?
We watched the Star Wars Holiday special here today. This thing. Jack, talk about this instead of what you were talking about before.
Just to be clear, what you were talking about before was somebody on camera masturbating with a droid, right?
Well,
Well,
not
not
masturbating with the
ridiculous.
droid,
but like using the droid to simulate
Like
as
pretending
if
it was
they were
his penis,
masturbating.
right?
Yeah,
How
it was,
embarrassing.
It was the R5D4 droid
It was the R5D4
from A New Hope that does actually explode.
right out off the top of his head.
So I guess it is pretty phallic, but still, you have to be really a sad person.
You have to have no self-worth or self-dignity,
Yeah.
shame or anything to do, just to jerk a droid off like it was your cock,
Right.
in a Darth Vader mask. No, someone actually really did it. They put a Darth Vader mask on and like masturbated a droid as their penis.
Yeah.
It was on the internet.
It was on the internet.
And within,
There's GIFs of it.
Within 5 minutes, there were billions of GIFs.
Yeah, yeah.
And rumor is,
Rich,
George-
what's happening?
Is there something wrong with your chair, sir?
Rich, are you having back problems? What happened?
Yeah. Let's talk about back problems. Yeah. My back's acting up again.
Now, on to
the holiday special.
What happened? I don't know. Well, somebody must know something.
This is my first time seeing the Star Wars holiday special.
It's my first time too, yeah. Rich, have you seen it before?
Once. It was as bad as I remembered it.
Yeah. Yeah.
my sister, I think it was on a Thanksgiving, it was at my father's house. My sister was like, there's a Star Wars holiday special. I'm like, what? What? This is many years ago. This was before the internet. This was not common knowledge.
Okay.
And then she had some kind of bootleg tape that she got at college or some such, and we sat down and we watched it, her and me, and I was amazed that this is a thing whose existence was like covered up. It was like a Men in Black type of thing, like, oh, we're not talking about this thing anymore.
Well, George Lucas is on record as saying, and it's on the back of every possible cover for this, if I had time and a hammer, I'd track down every bootleg copy and smash it. So George Lucas clearly was not anticipating the internet.
no, not at the time.
No.
Circa.
It was like 2000,
Okay, well,
2000, like 15 years ago.
so before the September 11th attacks.
Yes, it was before that. That was a wonderful thing to bring up during this cheerful holiday discussion about Star Wars.
I'm just getting a time frame.
Yeah.
Younger people, that's probably a good way to approach it, actually. Like pre-September 11th, post-September 11th.
No!
Jack, it was a different time back then, okay?
It's true.
The world was different.
It's true.
Not everybody knew about the Star Wars Holiday Special.
It's true.
There's lots of babies being born.
Yeah.
In September of 2001.
Not everyone knew about the holiday. Not everyone knew about the Star Wars Holiday Special, but some people knew about the September 11th attack.
They're very, very similar.
I don't like this at all.
So anyway, Rich, you saw this.
I saw this.
You watched this on September 11th, right? That's what we're talking about?
Yes, that's what I did.
Whichever one of you is editing this.
It was just that day, I think, just disaster was on my mind.
That's understandable.
So obviously this led to the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yes.
Yes.
No!
This is all staying in, by the way. This is all staying in.
Oh, no.
What happened?
Mike, you said you saw the beginning of it, right?
Yes.
With the Wookiees. Did you realize then that the Wookiees would take up 95% of the special?
After I watched just a few minutes, I didn't know what to expect after that.
Okay.
And I couldn't take any more.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad we watched all 2 hours of it.
You mean you weren't immediately invested in the characters of Lumpy and Stinky?
And Itchy?
Well, now you have to answer it.
Answer it on camera.
On camera.
Hello? Hey, what's going on?
It's lumpy.
Yeah? Was it depressing?
Another funeral.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Hold on. And we're just gonna drink all.
Tell them about the video.
Shut up!
Okay.
I'm trying to talk to 8 people. This is something. And No, we're filming a roundtable discussion about the Star Wars Holiday Special. And then you called, yeah.
And someone forgot to turn off their ringer.
Someone forgot to turn off their ringer. A true professional.
I get one phone call every year, god damn it. I will talk to you later, Terry, okay? All right, bye-bye.
Rich has been drinking. Rich has been drinking.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Now, back to 9/11.
Settle down.
Well, does anyone know the history of the Star Wars Holiday Special? Obviously, 1977, August 1977, summer of 77, the summer of Sam, the summer where Elvis died.
Yes.
The summer Star Wars was released, and it was a famous movie. Obviously,
Star Wars was a famous movie?
Star Wars was.
Great.
And it was a big box
never
office
heard of it.
success. The
Trying to
next
catch up.
winter,
I think he's talking about Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit was a famous movie.
someone...
Did you know with Smokey and the Bandit, they made Smokey and the Bandit 3, and the original idea for it was that the guy that they couldn't get Burt Reynolds back. So they were going to get a new guy, and he was going to play both Smokey and the Bandit.
Like,
that was
a Clumps thing?
Yeah, it was going to be the same actor playing both roles.
Was it going to be a new guy, or was it going to be Jackie Gleason also playing the Bandit?
No. I don't even know if Jackie Gleason was going to be in it, but there was a new guy they hired to replace Burt Reynolds, and he was going to play both Smokey and the Bandit. And the movie was going to be called Smokey is the Bandit.
That sounds like a terrible
They
idea.
abandoned this idea, and they just got a Burt Reynolds clone to play
Well,
Smokey.
Rich, speaking of terrible ideas, the Star Wars Holiday Special was a great idea. What was a terrible idea was Ishtar.
3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, and.
These men are pawns. I put a price of 20,000 dirham on their heads.
Next, they will be hailed as the true messenger of God.
They were just a couple of songwriters who came to Ishtar to break into show business.
Easy boy, easy boy.
What the hell's the matter with him? Is he blind?
Well, yeah, he is, but he's in perfect condition.
So how did they wind up on everyone's hit list.
Life is in danger.
Behave normally. We have guns pointed at your back. No, don't put your hands up, you idiot.
Oh, little darling. My little darling.
I can't believe these men may control the fate of the Middle East.
Oh, where are you?
Do it.
This is unbelievable.
No, are the two American messengers of God dead yet?
This is the oasis.
Does this look like an oasis to you?
Yeah, look at the birds. Are those vultures?
Just for you.
He's aiming at it. Will you stop being paranoid? They're trying to kill us.
Warren Beatty, Dustin Hoffman, Isabella Johnny.
Your girl. How did she get to be your girl?
Only you.
I think they're wonderful.
Ishtar, written and directed by Elaine May.
You know what was a huge hit when it came out, though, was Star Wars. And that's what led to the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Sure, 'cause, you know, back in the 70s and early 80s, they were making holiday specials out of everything.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss, The Grinch That Stole Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Brady Bunch, like variety show holiday specials.
You got to
This
put
was
something
a
on
normal
TV.
thing.
Yes.
Back in 1978.
They had 3 channels.
There were 3 channels, yeah. And it was.
And what were there was ABC, NBC, and CBS.
Right, right.
Fox came a little bit later. They came later, and they got big with Married with Children.
Oh, that
but
was like
originally,
90s, yeah.
right. But the original ones were ABC, CBS, and
There was always
NBC
3
for
networks.
decades.
Yeah, 3 networks.
Yeah. That's something really important. So they literally just had to fill time.
And that's how shit like this gets made.
That's how shit like this gets made. Absolutely.
what?
But Ishtar.
3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, and.
These men are pawns. I put a price of 20,000 dirham on their heads.
Next, they will be hailed as the two messenger of God.
They were just a couple of songwriters.
I'm still thinking about like Fox, because Fox is a network. They didn't get big till The Simpsons. And do you remember the first big Simpsons thing? It was the Simpsons Holiday Special.
That's true.
Like Star Wars Holiday
That's
Special.
true. That's
You're
true.
absolutely right.
This all comes together.
Because The Simpsons originated actually as
They
like
were on
a
the Tracy
side
Ullman
sketch of the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which me and my sister, we used to tune into the Tracy Ullman show. Ullman?
Ullman. With an N, not
we
a
would
D.
literally tune in with rabbit ears.
Oh yeah.
Because that's so real. Just to watch the Simpsons skit. Because Bart Simpson would say damn.
Yes.
And we thought it was so funny that a cartoon character said damn.
Absolutely.
Now, can anyone tell me where my walker is?
There was back in the day a big hubbub over like The Simpsons and Married with Children, and as a child, that just made them more enticing. I wanted to watch them because we weren't supposed to.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When I was a child though, what was really enticing was Star Wars.
The motion picture.
And they made a Star Wars holiday special.
They never called it Star Wars the motion picture. They called it Star Trek
Star Trek the motion picture.
Which came out in 1979, came out 2 years after Star Wars, but it was more influenced by Stanley Kubrick's 2001 for some reason. Gene Roddenberry and Robert Wise, who directed Star Trek the motion picture, were stupid.
Yeah.
Let's make a fucking 2.5-hour boring movie and not ape off the success of this amazing action-packed sci-fi adventure called Star Wars.
But when Star Trek apes off of Star Wars, you get J.J. Abrams' Trek. They did that. It was terrible.
No, J.J. Abrams' Trek was fine.
The first one.
It just
the second
wasn't. Just wasn't a Trek movie.
No, it's not a Trek.
Rich, it's perfectly in Spock's character to jump onto a flying hover vehicle
and punch somebody repeatedly.
And punch someone repeatedly in the face.
While screaming emotionless.
I was screaming, "I'm gonna murder you, you cocksucker, motherfucker." That's pretty much what Leonard Nimoy did with Spock in the original 1960s.
Well, Leonard Nimoy just was like a pinch more nuanced.
Yeah,
I'd like to
it's
think.
a little bit more. But I've always seen Spock as a character who punches someone in the face over and over again.
And crying.
And crying.
Speaking of Star Trek, have you guys heard that Robert Orsi, the visionary genius,
Screenwriter.
the screenwriting duo of Robert Orsi and
Kurtzman.
Alex Kurtzman.
Alex Kurtzman.
Robert Orsi is no longer slated to direct Star Trek 3.
Yeah.
See,
It was going to be his directorial debut.
It was going to
now
be
he's
his,
not
yeah.
directing it.
Robert Orsi and
Did he
Alex
step
Kurtzman.
down?
Well, yeah, he did. They split their writing partnership and he said, I'm going to direct Star Trek 3, and now he's stepping down. I don't know why.
Did he read the script and say, this is too coherent? This makes too much sense. I can't be involved with this.
Oh, I thought you were going with it was his own script. He read the script and said,
This script is terrible.
I can't film this shit.
All of a sudden, he took off his writing hat and put on his directing hat. What the fuck is this? Yeah. Fired his writer.
There's a big internet push, a big push by the fans to have Jonathan Frakes direct the third season.
No!
You know who they should get to direct it? They should pull George Lucas out of retirement and have him direct the new Star Trek. That'd be great.
Well, you know, George Lucas actually doesn't direct a lot nowadays. He, in fact, did not direct or have much involvement with the Star Wars Holiday Special.
That's true. He doesn't show up in the credits of the Star Wars Holiday Special
Which is
at all.
strange.
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of those like Alan Smithy credit things.
That's true. Did you know the fourth Hellraiser movie is credited to Alan Smithy?
Well, Alan Smithy, maybe you should explain what Alan Smithy is.
Well, Alan Smithy is the pseudonym that directors go by when they don't want to take credit for a movie if it goes, too bad. And I didn't know that when I saw Hellraiser 4. So I was like, this movie's really bad. Who is this guy, Alan Smithy? He sucks. And then that's how I found out about the Alan Smithy pseudonym.
Do they still use Alan Smithy, or is that too famous? Is there
They've retired it now.
There's
There's
a new
another
name,
one.
we don't know what it is?
Yeah.
Or it's George Lucas.
Oh, okay.
Or Robert Orsi. Or Alex Kurtzman or J.J. Abrams. There's so many now.
I thought you were trying to tell me that George Lucas was Bruce Blanche.
All I picture is George Lucas as the center square on
Hollywood Square?
Hollywood Square. Thank you.
Speaking of negative, we watched the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah. There's Wookiees in this, and they don't speak English. They just make noises